Former horrid coworker now reports to me. 7 years ago, I worked with this woman named Mary who made my life absolutely miserable. We both applied for the same promotion and she got it. I was actually fine with not getting the job because it wasn't really what I wanted long term. I just needed the extra money. But Mary acted like her promotion made her my boss. She wasn't even in my chain of command. She would make these nasty comments about me to other coworkers. Stuff like, oh, she only applied because she wants to look good or she's not really qualified anyway. Thankfully, my coworkers knew she was full of it and would defend me. But then Mary started trying to assign me work, like actual tasks that weren't my job. When I'd say no, she'd run crying to our mutual boss and complain until he made me do it anyway. I started noticing weird stuff happening with my files. Data would get changed. Things I'd finished would suddenly have errors in them. I suspected it was Mary, but I had zero proof. Then one day she announced to the entire office that I was the one sabotaging the computer system. Nobody believed her, but I was so upset I actually arranged to leave for my new department 2 weeks early just to get away from her. For the next few years, Mary and I had to work together sometimes on projects. I barely spoke to her. Every email I sent her I copied like 5 other people on. Cover your butt became my life motto around her. During those years, I kept getting promoted. I worked my way up to director of my whole department. About 50 people worked under me. I mainly dealt with supervisors and barely thought about Mary anymore. Then last month, someone from HR called me. They asked if I'd be willing to take on a problem employee who was about to get fired from their current position. I said sure. I had a reputation for either getting people to improve or helping them realize they needed to leave. The HR lady goes, okay, great, it's Mary. I literally said out loud, hell no. Like I actually said those words to HR. I explained our history and told them I couldn't be fair to her, but they basically told me I didn't have a choice. The company didn't want to fire her yet, and my department was the only place she could go. And because of the specific work she did, she couldn't report to one of my supervisors. She had to report directly to me. I spent the weekend daydreaming about all the ways I could make her life miserable. I could give her the worst assignments, make her work late every day, find tiny reasons to write her up. I was actually excited about it. Her first day, I called her into my office. I was ready to give her this big, scary speech about expectations and consequences. When she walked in, she looked like she was about to throw up. Her face was completely white and her hands were shaking. I almost felt bad for her, so I started softer than I planned. I asked her if she understood how she ended up in my department. She looked down at her hands and said really quietly, I guess it's karma. I was shocked, but I needed to hear her say it, so I asked, what do you mean by that? Mary took a deep breath and then apologized for everything. The mean comments, the lies she told our old boss about me, and then she admitted she was the one who sabotaged my files all those years ago. I just sat there staring at her. Part of me wanted to accept her apology and move on, but then I had an even better idea. I leaned forward and said really calmly, you know I could fire you for that right now, for admitting to sabotage. I watched the color drain from her face even more. Sweat was literally forming on her forehead. She looked like she might pass out. Then I said, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, you're going to decide your own fate here. You can't blame me for what happens because it's completely up to you whether you succeed or fail. It felt so much better than any revenge I'd planned. She couldn't argue with me. She couldn't complain to HR. She had admitted everything and now her future was in her own hands. That was 3 months ago. Mary is still working for me, and honestly, she's actually improved a lot. She shows up on time, does her work without complaining, doesn't start drama with other employees. But here's the thing I didn't expect. Being nice to me is killing her. I can see it on her face every time she has to ask me a question or agree with something I say. Yesterday, she had to tell me I was right about something in front of the whole team, and I swear she looked like she was chewing glass. I give it another 2 months before she quits and finds a job somewhere else. Not because I'm making her life hard, but because having to be professional and respectful to me after all these years is apparently worse than any revenge I could have planned.